said to go ahead, please acknowledge to us in the chat section. Alright, fine, shall be waiting for your response. Yeah, I'm speaking. Am I audible, guys? As Navin is asking for, ma'am, like, is audibility, visibility all clear? Hi. Is audibility, visibility all clear? If somebody could acknowledge to me in the chat section, please. Like, I don't know what's going wrong, because everything is been going fine from our end here. Okay, things are fine at our end. I said things are fine at our end. I hope so it's clear at your end as well. Now it's live and visible, ma'am. Okay, fine. So day 20.py. Okay, fine. So let me go ahead. In case if you have missed me, I speak one more time. Good evening again, and welcome to our Code Ark series of Python SQL Bootcamp, which is at day 20, and overall full stack web development day 58. Yes. Okay, so this is what I introduced. Okay, fine. Let's have a quick recap of what we have learned last time. We were talking about inheritance. Is that correct? We were talking about practically simple inheritance and the multi-level inheritance. Although there is one more type of inheritance, that is multiple inheritance, where one derived class can actually implement, or it can actually inherit more than one base class. Is it right? Base class is the parent class or a super class. Derived class is a child class. Is that okay? Fine. Alright. Today we are going to talk about some concepts related to inheritance. First of all, let me say some concepts related to object-oriented programming. First of all, what is method overriding? Data abstraction. Can you start now, ma'am, one more time? I started, Naveen, in fact. Okay, please acknowledge things are absolutely clear now or not. I started, in fact, one more time. If it is still not clear, let us know. Okay? Or maybe I read your message late. Alright, guys, but before we could learn anything new for the class today, we have one big question of the last lecture still not solved. Like how to make or accept dictionaries or list as a property of the class. Okay, how to accept a dictionary or how to accept a list as a property of your class. So let's go ahead with that. I create one class called as, say, food. Okay, alright, this class has a dictionary. Let me call the dictionary as D, and this is a blank dictionary, but key value pair, the key value pair, okay, thank you, fine, the key value pair in this dictionary, I'm going to accept it through constructor. Okay, so see how do I do that. See, we said def, that is define the constructor. Okay, I define the constructor. One moment, please. Okay, say it is going to accept ID of the food, name of the food, and say type of the food, whether it is veg, non-veg. You may continue like price of the food. So this is going to be the menu card. Okay, fine. So here we go, and the constructor starts. Whatever I receive as ID, people, whatever I receive as ID, I want to assign it to, and I can't write D here, I'll have to call self.d. D is already declared as an empty dictionary. Okay, now this is going to be the key of the dictionary. Let's say food ID. Okay, and how do we assign a new key value pair to the dictionary outside? This way only, right? So the incoming argument ID will be assigned to the dictionary key food ID. Okay, similarly, then I have say another key called as food name. Okay, food name. So this is going to be assigned the value which is an incoming, or the value of the incoming argument name. And lastly the food type. Okay, say the food type. Okay, food type, this is going to assign itself the value, people. One moment please. Which is nothing but the incoming argument type. Okay, let me have a function that is a display function. So we said def display. Okay, and this is simply going to print the dictionary. If I say print D, so that's going to look very awkward because output will be in the form of dictionary, right? Output will be in the form of dictionary. So instead of just printing the dictionary as it is, let me run a loop for I in. Okay, or let me do one thing. Let me print the dictionary as it is first of all. Okay, if it gives an output to me here, then we go ahead. Okay, fine, done. I just execute this code, this part of the code. Okay, this part of the code I execute here. Okay, all right, we are set to go ahead. Let us create object of this class. Say there are going to be many food items. I'm creating food item number 1. There are going to be many food items, right? Okay, so let me go ahead this way. Say f1 is equal to food. Say food id, because it accepts 3 argument, the constructor of the class accepts 3 argument, right? So let me say food number 1, and this is, for example, say pav bhaji. Okay, and the food type, that's veg. Okay, and simply let me say f1 dot display the food detail. So let's see quickly if I could run these 2 lines of code quick. So there is nothing wrong. So the dictionary got initialized and the key value pair has been easily created. Hoping you understand. Similarly, what if I had one more list? Come on. Okay, like if we had not a dictionary but a list here. Okay, now I randomly take something as a list. So I create some empty list. Okay, say L is my list. Okay, and let me take one more argument here. Okay, let me take an argument here. So say this is nothing but ABC, and whatever comes as ABC, I simply say self.L, people, because L is a list. Okay, self.L, and keep appending in it. Okay, what to append? I want to append the incoming argument, that is ABC. Is that okay? People understanding? All of us here we would be glad if you could acknowledge to us, look, that the list we had already created up. This is one way. There are many other ways we can do. Yeah, you want, you can directly create inside the constructor as well, since constructor constructs the memory. Alright, fine. So I created it up, and using the append function, whatever value I receive as an argument of the constructor, I simply append into my list. Okay, so let me print both, please. I print self.L also. Self.L also. So I'm running this code overall again. Oh, it's going to give me an error, I think, because here it is expecting 4 argument where we are passing only 3. Look, the number of argument expected by the constructor is 4. Number of argument expected by the constructor, people, that's 4. I hope the lightning and all is perfect, right? Okay, number of argument expected is 4, but we are passing here while creating an object only 3. Right, so anything, let me pass it as understood, ma'am. Thank you Raji Guru for that. Okay, anything I'm passing here as the fourth argument. Let me say 1 2 3 1 2 3. Just I want to create a list, that's it. And for the last time, if I could run this, okay, for the last time if I could run this, fine. Well, so I think the list has been getting created, am I right? The list has been getting created. I hope you understand. Alright, fine. If you add one more item, maybe the list gets appended. Now after 1 2 3, say 4 5 6 say 7 8 9 say 10 11 12, so it simply keeps appending. Fine. So this way you can also play around with your tuple. You can also try something to work with tuple. I won't allow you to add anything, am I? So that would be an issue. But of course you can also try with your set. Okay, so this is how the arguments, or let me say the properties of your class can be a dictionary, it can be a list. Fine. Now you try many more things with this. In fact, some of our assignment questions are based only around this kind of concepts and fundamental. All right, all of us here, fine. If still any doubt, let me know in the chat section. I think he was Bharat last time who was asking me, because we left the class and could not reply to your comment. This is especially for you. Take care, people. Come on. Moving ahead from here, we are learning the concept of nothing but method overriding. I think, guys, we are streaming a little slow today, right? There is some broadcast delay happening. Since I'm getting a message here, we are streaming a bit slow today. I don't know why. Although we are working with a very good internet. Anyways. Fine. Anyways. Come on. So, method or a function overriding, it allows a child class to offer, means to provide, a customized implementation of the function which is already present in the superclass. Okay, fine. Make use, focus on these words, people. Customized implementation means the superclass, my parent, what it is asking me, I have absolute liberty, I can customize it. Understood? For example, in the parent class there is a function display, but I customize the function with some more code or maybe some less code that I wanted or I don't want it. Is that okay? For example, my parent offered me this home, but after they offered me, I customized it my way, although I inherited from my family only. Alright, so that is what is called as a method overriding. You see what they have written here. This is the capability known as overriding, and the term override refers to subclass who replace method in the superclass. Okay, subclass when it is going to replace the method from the superclass. I inherited from you, but I refuse to work your way. Try to understand. I proudly inherited from you. इस बात का गर्व है मुझे. I proudly inherited it from you, but I refuse to work your way. I work it to work in a little more customized way. Why? Because that would be my requirement. You understood? For example, rectangle. Rectangle displays only length and width. But there is another geometrical shape, say parallel pipe. It has length, it has width, it has even height also. So it's a 3D figure. But rectangle being a 2D figure displays only 2 dimension. Parallel pipe being a 3D figure, it has to also display the 3rd dimension. So 2 properties I display from your code, and 1 property I add additional into my code in your function. In fact, we have done this many a number of times. In the last 2 up section, people, object oriented programming की last 2 classes में हमने ये काम कई बार किया है. बस उस वक्त ये नहीं पता था that this is overriding. Okay. Stream from 5:09 p.m. Okay, I understood now. Fine. We are so sorry for that. We always make sure that we work with a very good internet speed and all, but at times it happens. Anyways, let's go ahead. As long as you don't have trouble, we'll continue with the class. The moment you find, please acknowledge me in the chat section. आपको लगता है कि बहुत slow हो रहा है, delay हो रहा है, lagging हो रहा है, so we'll stop it better. Okay, we won't waste your time. Alright, try to attend it, but take it. Fine. So this concept one more time: overriding. It's when a subclass customize the code of the function present in the superclass. This is my way of speaking. When the subclass, child class, override or overwrite, you understood? Overriding the code present in the master class or in the super class. Maybe I'm not happy with only what you are offering. I want some more or I want some less. Right? Take the same example. Rectangle is a 2D shape, people. All that it has is length and a breadth. But parallel pipe, it's a 3D figure. It has a length, breadth and a height. That is a third axis as a z dimension. So length and breadth ka code to print, I will take it from the super class. But height to be displayed or to be printed, I'll add as an additional code and customize the function. Now because I customize the same function, who will have the same name, look what I'm highlighting here. The function or the method who will have the same name, the same parameter, the same signature. Okay, signature means a number of arguments, people. All maybe the same return type, but with a different code. That means the child has overridden the function from the parent class. Is that okay? Fine. All right. Although we have already coded for such kind of functions, but let us still see one more time. एक बार फिर देखते हैं. Have a look here. Okay, have a look. So for example, okay, let's go here. Say I create a class called as rectangle. Okay, class rectangle. Okay, class rectangle, and the constructor of the class accepts just two arguments. That's a and b. I consider a as the length and b as the height or breadth. Okay, so self dot say length, people, that's a, and self dot breadth, that's nothing but b. And simply I have a display function here. Okay, so I say display. Okay, the first argument of each function in the class being self. Okay, I could see we have some bit streaming delay here. Okay, my team is informing that we are facing some delay here. Okay, so please try to cope up with us. The moment we find there is too much delay, we'll stop it. Is that okay? Chaliye. So display, what to display? So I'm just printing both of these. So self dot length and self dot breadth. Okay, all right, fine, that's all. Okay, let me run first this piece of code. Okay, just to assure that there is no error here, right? Although we understand that better. No, take it, fine, let it run. By the time I go ahead, there's another class called as parallel pipe. People, parallel pipe. Okay, fine. The class has 3 figures. Yeah, Manavin, I can understand. Yeah, we are trying our best yet. Okay, parallel pipe. Fine. A, B, and C. Okay, the parallel pipe, say ABC, and let us make sure that parallel pipe is inheriting rectangle. Is that okay? That is a base class, rectangle, and parallel pipe becomes the derived class. Okay, so to initialize A and B, let me call the constructor of the super class. How do I do that? Either using the super function, जो बच्चे last time present थे, I think you are better aware of the super function, right? If you write super, you don't have to write the name of the master class, correct or not? It will automatically inherit the properties functions from the parent class. Or the other way is directly by using the name. Right? So rectangle dot init. Rectangle dot init. And out of this three arguments, two of them I'm passing to, come on, rectangle. Parallel pipe constructor will receive 3 argument, but वो 3 में से वो 2 बेचारा उसकी parent को ही pass कर देगा, so that parent will do the duty of assigning length and breadth, correct or not? Parallel pipe says भाई मैं तो वो last वाला ही argument assign करूँगा. Okay, so that is nothing but self dot height. Yes, Navin, you are correct. Okay, so self dot height, that is equal to incoming argument C. Okay, but this time when I say print, or let me do one thing. See, let me not call the display function. Let me not call the display function as of now. So what I do is, let me first run this piece of code. It's irritating. We are having some delay today. Okay, never mind. Okay, so yes, Rajiguru, yes, you are right. Instead of using writing rectangle there, super is in fact more convenient. Okay, that is in fact more convenient. I wrote it because this is what we have used last time. Okay, when you are working, make use of the super keyword only or the super function only. Okay, चलिए, fine. Let me say P1. This is object of parallel pipe. थोड़ा ध्यान देना अभी. Okay, this is an object of parallel pipe, people. Yeah, parallel pipe. Okay, and since the constructor accepts 3 argument, I said 10, 20, 30. But I say P1 dot display. You see what happens now? What happens? What does it display? What actually does it display? We are waiting. Okay, so it is see, first of all, parallel pipe has no method that is display, correct? Parallel pipe has no method display. Now because this function was present in the super class and parallel pipe inherits it, so this display function was automatically called from the master or the parent class, correct? No, but if this function existed in the child class, priority would have given to child class. Are you understanding my point of argument here? Option number 1, you look, there are 2 things happening here. The function you're calling either is not present or not defined in the child class. So it's okay if it is not defined in, or it is not defined by the child class, but it is still present in the parent class, so it will be called from the parent class. But if the function by the same name, same number of argument, or maybe same return type, उसी नाम से कोई फंक्शन और उसी सिग्नेचर का भी, सिग्नेचर मीन सेम रिटर्न टाइप, सेम आर्ग्यूमेंट, the same function, if it is present, found to be present in the child class, the priority will be given to the child class. Alright, fine. So let me see that. For example, if I have a display function here or the method here. Okay, now this is overriding happening. Okay, the child is overriding the function display of the parent class because I'm going to customize the code. Right? I'm borrowing this function from you, but I'm customizing this code, correct? So what do I do? First, to display A and B or length and breadth, let me call the function from the parent. So that is rectangle dot display. Okay, rectangle dot display. Now only one fellow left to be displayed, only one guy, that is the height. वो बच गया because rectangle का display is only going to display length and the breadth, correct? That's only going to display the length and the breadth. So what to do in that case? I'll have to customize the display in my definition, and I simply write a print that is self dot height. Is that okay? Self dot height. Fine. So let me run this code one more time. Let me run this code one more time. Okay, and here we go. Here we go. That's okay. That's so this is cool. That means if the function is present by the same name or same signature in both the parent class and the derived class, so definitely the priority will be given to your derived class. Alright, or in short, guys, in short, the derived class has customized the code of the parent class. Alright friends, okay fine, I have got something important to talk to you now. Listen to me. We are yet remaining with two major concept of OOPS. हमारे अभी दो major concepts of OOPS बाकी है. That is number one, abstraction. 1 minute please. Okay, abstraction. Okay, abstraction people. And the next one, that is access specifiers. Okay, which is nothing but public, private and protected. Public, private and protected. Okay, public, private, protected. I hope you got my point. This will take all around half an hour to 40 minutes. Now we can't work with this streaming rate today, so that's the reason we would like to stop the class. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? Fine. This is streaming too less. We will start the topic, then we'll have to stop it incomplete in between. So that's the reason we'll better prefer to stop it here and you practice what we have done up until now. Alright. In case if you have any doubt, let me know. Alright, come on, I put up together right from day one of Python that we have studied up until now. We started with some basic concepts like variables, data types. Is that okay? Fine. And then we moved on to understand the operators, the different types of operator. Bitwise operator, I think we just, even bitwise also we were dealing with, right? Some 1 or 2 bitwise operator we talked about. And then we moved on to understand the different control structures like loops, if statements, that is conditional statement. Is that okay? Okay, then we talked about some iterables which were, or advanced data types you can say, like set, list, dictionary and tuples. Alright, and many more. And then we finally started with some date, time and then object oriented programming. Alright, okay. What is the scope in Python? You're talking about data scope, right? If I'm not wrong, Naveen. So the scope, like every other programming language, even Python has a two scope, that is a local scope and a global scope. Alright, local, if a variable, like if I define inside the function, that is local to the function. But if I define a variable outside the function, that is accessible inside the same program or across or maybe throughout the program. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? Okay, with one practical example, we shall be talking about the scope. But if this is only what you are talking about, I hope you got my point. Fine. Any other question from your end as well? Okay, fine. I am getting a message from my team that we are streaming at a very low rate and okay, as I told you, we would like to stop. Fine. Take it. Right? Now, another thing is we are having no class in the last week of December as we have already kept you informed earlier. Okay, so the next I shall be meeting you, that is the next year only, of course 2024, that is most probably 1st of January. I hope you understand my point. Fine. Okay, after 15th of January we will come back to our regular routine of Monday to Friday. Till 15th of January we are working with MWF basis. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? Alright, from the first week of January we will try to extend the time of the class a bit so that we are able to complete Python on time and start Django as per our defined schedule. I hope you got my point. Fine. You can go back to our WhatsApp and check the group, the topics which are yet pending, like file handling, exception handling. We are going to code for some APIs people as an advanced Python. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? As an advanced part of Python. And there are some other concepts coming up as well. You do please check it. Alright, fine. Okay. Otherwise, all these days when we don't have the class, the last week of December, we are available online. If you want, you can drop to us any doubt. We might reply you late, but you will definitely be responded. Okay, fine. All right. When is the next class? That's what I announced to you. Now, when the next class is on directly 1st January, Monday it will be. Okay, 1st January 2024, that is Monday. I hope you got my point. Monday onwards, that is the next class. Fine. Wish you all in advance a very happy new year, and as usual, please keep studying, keep preparing, keep learning. See you all back with more energy and more dedication, and we will also find from our end what better we have got to you to offer you for the new year. Okay, fine. Goodbye. Take care, please.